You can't have this and that and still expect to be well. I'm Dr. Joel Feeman, and today I want to talk with you about subluxation, bone out of place, irritated nerves, and more of how it affects your body and can keep you from healing at your best. Health is one of those things that people say that they want. But why is it though that you think so many people struggle when it comes to dealing with their health? After all, given that there are more hospitals than ever before, more doctors and universities, more people taking medications, more hospitals, more technologies and breakthroughs, one would have to wonder why it becomes so difficult for folks to be able to express life at their fullest. And we're led to believe that these things are the building blocks of better health and health care. But are they? Listen, recently we began to talk about something called subluxation. And before we talk further about that, it's important to always remember that you were created with this incredible potential to heal and be well. You're not designed to live a life of sickness, pain, and disease, but you're created in the image and likeness of God and have this amazing potential to be able to live out your life at a very high level. It's also important to remember that it's your nervous system that controls all function and therefore all healing within the body. And as long as there's no interference to your nervous system, your body will function the way that it was created. On the other hand, when there's interference to your nervous system and the brain and the body can't communicate at their absolute best, your body begins that process of dis-ease, where there's a lack of harmony, a lack of balance and homeostasis, which means that that breakdown in communication causes, therefore, the body to also break down in its ability to function, heal, and be at its best. And it's at that point when these interferences cause the body to then be at less than 100% optimal healing. You see, these subluxations are what interfere with the nervous system, where your spine becomes misaligned. And as you can imagine, when this happens and there are subluxations present, it begins to create tension, interference, put pressure, and cause damage to the nerves themselves. This type of interference can not only lead to potential of pain, but can also lead to abnormal physiology and malfunction. In many cases, patients will ask me, well, what causes subluxation? And simply put, the answer to that is life. Let me explain. You see, when it comes to living life, there's a seemingly never-ending list of stresses that can possibly affect you. And because we're humans and creatures of habit, we tend to do the same things on a repetitious basis that can then lead to further problem and damage. So therefore, whether it's sitting at a computer for hours on end, whether it's sleeping positions, sitting in the same chair, crossing the same leg, doing the same work where you're lifting, bending, twisting, all these things must be taken into account when it comes to understanding the cause of subluxation. Something else to always keep in mind is the fact that life is dynamic, which means it's always changing. So although in most cases we're creatures of habit and do the same things over and over, life is also evolving and changing, different stresses that appear and affect our lives on a daily basis. And so therefore, you're going to have good days and bad days, days where your stress levels are higher and then others where they're lower. Here's the thing, subluxations can not only be caused by the obvious slips and falls and accidents and things of that nature, but also by the foods that we eat, by toxins, poor posture, and doing repetitious things. That's right, anything that can cause interference to your nervous system can affect your body and lead to that process of interference, sickness, disease, damage, and problem. Simply put, when the nerves become pinched, choked, or irritated, the body suffers. It's as simple as that. According to Dr. Denegi, a neurologist at the Rockefeller Institute, interference to the nervous system results in permanent damage in a short amount of time. Therefore, chiropractic care should begin at birth and continue on a preventative basis. Let's face it, the body can't live without nerve supply, and therefore the single most important aspect to optimal function, optimal healing, is optimal nerve flow. Dr. Feeman, a medical doctor, says that when you have vertebral subluxation, which is bone out of place irritated nerves, your nerve supply is robbed by 50 to 60%. He then goes on to say, at that rate, the studies show that the cells begin to decay after only 2 weeks. And although subluxations are oftentimes overlooked by the medical community, they are real, devastating, and are silent killers. The primary focus of chiropractic care when properly practiced is to detect and remove the subluxations. Not that we as a chiropractor would do the healing, but that your body innately would be able to express life at the highest measure possible. As long as there's no interference, remember, your body was created with this amazing potential to heal and be well. Again, I'm Dr. Joel Feeman, here to make sure we're helping you to understand, to empower you with truth and knowledge so you are fully equipped to be able to live the life that you desire within your heart. God bless.